I'm Nona, and you're watching Quick Bites, the show that explores San Francisco's love affair with food. And today, you're in for a real treat. Grape leaves, baklava, and kebabs, oh my! Food inspired by the Mediterranean and Middle East with a twist so unique you can only find it in one place in San Francisco. We're at the 55th Annual Armenian Food Festival and Bazaar, and this is extra special for me, not only because I happen to be Armenian, but because there's so much deliciousness here, and I just can't wait to share it with all of you. Let's go! Armenia, its culture and cuisine, has had many cultural exchanges with its neighbors. Today, Armenian food is fused with flavors from the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe.
This is our 55th year, and in San Francisco, we're the largest Armenian food festival and widely recognized as one of the best food festivals in the area. We have vendors that come up from Fresno, from Los Angeles, showing off their crafts. We really feel like we have something for everyone in the neighborhood, and that's really what it is drawing people to see a little bit of our culture and experience what we experience weekend in and weekend out.
We are behind the scenes now, watching the chef at work preparing some delicious Armenian kebab. Now, this is a staple in Armenian cooking, is that right?
Absolutely. Since the beginning of time, our soldiers used to skewer on their swords, and it's gone down through the years where we've developed into these kinds of kebabs out here now. We have filet meat, we have chicken kebabs, and we also have lule kebabs, which is a ground combination of beef and lamb with onions and parsley. Every September, over 2,000 pounds of meat being cooked in 3 days.
After all that savory protein, I was ready to check out the fresh veggie options.
Okay, this is Armenian string cheese. You know, it's all strings, tomatoes and mint and olive oil. That makes it summer food. And what I'm doing is I'm putting some lebne. Lebne, it's yogurt, but it's drained, so it's kind of like cream cheese. So that's the vegetarian. When Armenian, they offer you food, you have to eat it. They will welcome you, and food is very important for them.
In every Armenian community, we feel like we're a small village, and it's that village that comes together to put on something like this. What I find really interesting about San Francisco is that there's many blends of Armenians that have come from different areas, but once they are here, the way people work together at any age, including our grandmothers, our grandfathers that are skewering the meat and making the food, it's really fun to see. It's fun to see everyone get together and, you know, do it their way.
This is, we call it su börek. It's a cheese turnover if you want. We make it, the dough from scratch. We boil it like you do for the lasagna.
The amount of love and care infused in these foods is tremendous. Most of these ladies come in every day to prepare, cook, and break bread, all in preparation for the big festival.
Nobody says no. When you call them, you have to come tomorrow, we're doing the grape leaves, they all come.
What a treat it is to taste their delicious recipes, all made from scratch and passed down through generations. It really makes you appreciate the little things.
This is one of the best festivals. The food is to die for.
Yeah.
It's outstanding, and it's all just a marvelous occasion.
We're outside checking out some of the food to-go options. I just grabbed myself a lula kebab sandwich. It's got all kinds of herbs and spices, so I'm going to taste this. It's looking fantastic. One of the best I've had in a long time. Dinner was delicious, but I've got just enough room for dessert, my favorite part. Let's go. We're behind the scenes right now watching how all the pastries get made, and we've got a whole array of pastries here just for us. The honey and nuts and cinnamon and all kinds of great ingredients. This looks amazing. Here's another yummy pastry made with phyllo dough. Oh my God. It's really sweet and similar to the baklava, but it's so much lighter. So there's almost no guilt to it, which is what I'd like to believe. We've got a lovely little roll here. It looks like a very delicious and exciting surprise. So I'm gonna bite into it. Here we go. Buttery goodness is what that was. This would go great with Armenian coffee. Now we're making some incredible Armenian coffee.
We buy our coffee from Alvin Coffee. They have the best coffee and tea. These two came from Armenia, specially made, and we enjoy it. Would you like to try it?
I would love to try.
Would Would you like sugar or no sugar?
No sugar today.
Sugar. Pick your cup.
I'm so excited. It's really earthy. You can really taste the grains, and I think that's what makes it so special. It's really good stuff. I hope you try it. Cheers. Cheers. We've been having such a great time at the Armenian Festival. We ate, we saw, and we definitely conquered. I don't know about you, but I gotta go dance this food off. In the meantime, check out our blog for recipes, outtakes, and so much more at smquickbites.tumblr.com. And until next time, may the fork be with you.
First of all, everybody is welcome. And we ask two things when they get here. One, that they try something they've never tried before, be it food or be it dancing or doing something. And if they feel like it was worth their while, to tell one person that's here and bring that person, that family member, or that friend down the street to come with them.
Hopefully.
We're gonna have to do a lot of eating, so get
Yes.
ready.
Get ready, and you diet tomorrow.
Oh, hello there! So you want to make kimbap, do you? Well, I'll show you how. So you're going to need some cooked rice, and you're also going to need some roasted seaweed, and make sure they're in sheets. And you also need carrots, spinach, eggs, fish cake, and damuji, which is also known as pickled radish. So I'm going to use some vegetable oil because I know that later on I'll be using a lot of sesame oil, so it might be nice to change it up a little bit. So now, after putting 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil, start putting in your carrots. So when your carrots are nearly cooked, you should just put in your spices. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So to prepare the spinach, what you're going to need is some boiling hot water, some tongs, and a strainer and a bowl. You will also need some ice water and salt. So when you have the water boiling, you want to put a little bit of salt in, and then you want to take your clean spinach and put it in there for 20 seconds. That's when you take the spinach out, put it in your strainer, and you can use the tongs to press all the water out. When you think you have all the water out, that's when you put the spinach in the ice water. So after you take your spinach out of the cold water and have squeezed it enough, you can put it in your paper towel and just pat it dry. And to finish off the spinach, you're going to want some sesame oil and salt. Just a little bit of both, and you want to mix it. So you can actually reuse the pan from before, and if you want to, you can put a little bit more oil if needed. So now to prepare the eggs. And now you want to take some chopsticks or fork, and you want to mush it around. And now you can put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So now that you have your pan at medium heat, or at 6, you want to put in your eggs. Flip your eggs a little bit. And when your eggs are done, you want to slice them into rectangles. Most of these ingredients you can get at your local grocery store. But for fish cake, you might have to go to the Asian market. And this one I actually got in sheets. So you want to slice them into long rectangles. So after it sits in your pan for a little while, you're going to want to stir it a little more because it's going to start cooking it really fast. And this is danmuji. So you can also get this at the Korean market. And what you want to do with this specifically is also cut it in long rectangles. So to prepare the rice, you need your rice vinegar, and you want about probably a teaspoon . And then you want to mix it in. To start with the rice, kind of spread it out a little thin and get the edges. So now I'm leaving a space right here with no rice because when you roll it, that's how you're going to seal the roll. And now you want to just slice the roll.